What's up, my beautiful Libra? Welcome to your 2021 yearly energy report. Of course, we're going to be going over the astrology. I'm going to be channeling my information for you guys. We're going to be talking about the big major aspects with the outer planets and what's going on, of course, with the eclipses for you guys. Before I get into that, though, I want to thank you for tuning in. And please, if this message resonates with you, like, share, and subscribe to my channel. That helps a lot with the algorithm and make sure that this keeps growing. Okay, so you guys also, if you would like a personal reading for me to look at what 2021 has in store for you specifically, go to my website spiritualbodybuilder.com and click on services and find what reading works best for you, and we can make that happen. All right, so Libra, 2020 was all about purging out the old, transforming, breaking new ground, and identifying and getting rid of what does not serve you anymore. 2021 is about setting the foundation now for the next 30 years of our lives. For you, the focus with the eclipses is going to be in your 9th and 3rd house. North node of the 9th house, south node of the 3rd house. So this is all about exploring. This is about, going on adventures and experiences to expand your belief system. This could also mean long distance travel. However, with what's going on in the world, long distance travel may be difficult, but long distance travel does not necessarily need to mean physical travel. It can also mean metaphysical travel as well, like astral traveling, lucid dreaming, working with psychedelics, going on, spiritual, energetic journeys to other dimensions, things like that. So that's pretty exciting. Now, we have Pluto finishing up here for the next couple of years in your 4th house. So since 2008, you've gone through a lot of transformation in regards to your home and family. Of course, this is for Libra sun and rising signs. All right. But if Libra is not your rising, then it can be a little bit different, just, FYI. So please, I always urge to go watch your rising sign, because that is usually the most accurate when it comes to this kind of chart. So Pluto in your 4th house, this is about digging to your roots, who you are, your ancestors, the divine mother in you. We all have a divine feminine, divine masculine. So the divine feminine and or the divine mother, the nurturing aspect, transforming, seeing the blockages, growing, learning, and identifying how to really establish your own roots in your life, like the roots of who you are, right? Getting to know who you are at a much deeper level. And we have the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction at the end of 2020 happening in your 5th house, which is going to spark a new era for you. And the 5th house, this is excellent. This is an excellent spot, because the 5th house represents flirtation, having fun, entrepreneurship. So starting your own business. Maybe you're shifting from working for a corporation to, doing your own venture and stepping into, doing what you love to do, which maybe at one point you never thought possible or whatnot. All right. Now, this is going to be squared to Uranus throughout the entire year. That's like the big thing that's happening this year, besides the eclipses, is the Saturn-Uranus square. So your Uranus is in your 8th house with your Saturn in your 5th house. So these energies are going to be going back and forth, and these are going to be your major learning lessons throughout the year. Now with Jupiter here at the beginning of the year, it's going to have like a major wham, right? And Jupiter square to Uranus is really all about manifesting that Uranian energy. So with Uranus in the 8th house, this can be like unexpected opportunities with investors or collaborations coming in. This could also be really diving into your own sexuality and sex, because Uranus does represent the Kundalini sexual energy. And the 8th house is the house of sex, right? Or sexuality. So this could be, if you have sexual trauma, could be coming up. This could be exploring your sexuality in new and interesting ways, learning Tantra, or, coming into a new relationship and, really having some fun with, the sexualness going on. But you also have Chiron here in the 7th house. So Chiron in the 7th house, this is the wound, that we've been working through. And this has been here for the last year. It's going to continue to be going through here. And this is all about you seeing yourself through the eyes of other people. Okay. So this is where you have to be careful, because basically the way that you see your reality is through your interpretation of how other people see you. So if you're around all good people that are positive and lifting you up, and this is great, this is awesome, right? Because their energy is feeding you and you're seeing yourself in a good light. But if you're around the wrong people, or if you're around people that are not serving your highest and best good, this can be very dark and very bad. This is sort of like an all or nothing kind of energy when it comes to partnerships and relationships of all kinds. Okay, so significant intimate relationship, you get into it, right? And of course, we are like magnets, and we draw to us whatever it is that we need. We're met where we are at, subconsciously, not consciously. Okay, so this energy suggests that, okay, so you draw someone in and you still have some wounds that need healing. Well, they're going to hurt you and trigger that subconscious wound to come up to be healed. And with Uranus in the 8th house, this can make it very intense and very, very like transformative in a big way. As long as you're willing and open and able to go through the change, then that's going to be great. Now, we also do have Saturn sextile to Chiron, and that Jupiter is going to sextile Chiron briefly too. So Jupiter sextile Chiron, bam, that can like manifest a partner, okay? Or it can manifest like a partner, a business partner, a sexual partner, any kind of deep, vulnerable, intimate connection, okay? Whether it's business or pleasure, all right? Now, with Saturn there, though, this is where you're going to learn a lot about yourself through this partnership, okay? There's going to be a lot of growth. There's going to be a lot of restructuring or formulating. Like basically 2020, you learned all these lessons of what not to. I don't want this. I don't want to feel that. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Now it's like, okay, now I'm coming into this new chapter. Now, what do I want to do? What do I want to be in this situation? How do I want to move forward differently so that so that I can create a different outcome, right? So that's going to be good, and that's exciting. And make sure that you are staying true to your heart, to yourself, connecting to your inner child. The 5th house with Saturn and Jupiter there also represents the inner child. Okay, so with Saturn there, it's almost like there can be restriction. There can be like blockages, or you're almost too serious. You need to lighten up a little bit, or too structured. You need to be more intuitive. Whatever it is that, if you have an imbalance there, it's going to correct that imbalance. And Jupiter there is going to make it very, very obvious. Okay, so we also have Neptune here in the 6th house. It's going to be squaring the nodes. So this is where your day-to-day functioning. Neptune is squaring the nodes for a couple months now. So, with Neptune squaring the nodes in the 9th and the 3rd house, this is going to be really taking a deep, hard look at, your day-to-day function. Like, is your day-to-day productivity like the way you want it, or is it not? And what do you have to do to change it? And if you have to change it, like, where do we start? Where can we meet at that pinnacle point to be able to make the change happen? There may be some difficulties with like eating disorders, or some kind of addictions or attachments to the past that need to be faced and overcome. And if there is anything like that going on, it will most likely come through a partnership of some kind that's going to activate this deep, vulnerable energy in you to transform and to shift things into this new vibration that you are moving into. So you are definitely transforming and shifting a lot about sexual energy, a lot about Kundalini energy. There's a possibility you could have a child this year. Okay. With Saturn and Jupiter in the 5th house, and with Uranus in the 8th house, you're just gonna, you want to explore this sexual energy. You want to explore this side of you that it wants to come out and play. Now, when I say sexual energy, it doesn't mean just having sex. All right. It's not just like porn. Sexual energy is creativity. It's fun. It's flirtatious. It's playing an instrument, or it's making videos on YouTube, or it's working out. It's being in flow state. All right. Creativity, sexuality is flow state. Like when you're having sex, you're not really thinking and analyzing while you're having sex, right? It's all about feeling and having the experience. So allow yourself to flow and have the experience with everything that you're doing in your life. All right, because this Kundalini energy is going to be very active. It's going to be bringing things up from the depths of the subconscious mind to be explored. So you want to, and as these things come up, they're going to challenge your belief systems, which is the North Node in your ninth house, right? A belief system. So they're going to be challenging you to grow. So this is going to be a very curious year for you. We want to get out there. We want to discover ourselves, discover parts of our consciousness that is going to expand and grow and flourish. And we want this to be a positive thing, all right? Rise to that 5D, baby. Open that heart. This is all. So you are going to learn through other people who you are, okay? So make sure that you are present and being the conscious observer of your own mind whenever you're like talking to someone, thinking, behaving, making a decision, feeling emotional. Where is that coming from? Identify what's going on back here that is giving me this response, reaction. You know, our body is our subconscious mind. So our physical body, okay, reacts or responds to external stimuli. So, and if you would like to learn more about how that works, you can download my free ebook, Decrypting the Language of the Human Body, on my website, spiritualbodybuilder.com. Okay, this is what it's all about, guys. For you especially, 8th house, 7th house, 5th house stuff, big time. It's going to be all about relationships, learning to love yourself and have fun and not give a fuck what other people think, connecting with the right people to bring you up into this next place you want to do, and redefining who you are in your belief systems, in the people that you're around, in your relationships, and creating that good, solid emotional boundary so you have all good people that you can trust and communicate with around you. And make sure that when you have that bubble comes with you to this next level of where you want to go. Okay, it's going to be a big year for you guys. I'm really excited for you, Libra. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful year. And like I said, if you would like a reading from me, please go to spiritualbodybuilder.com. You can click the link down below. And other than that, I will see you guys on the next report. All right. Namaste. Have a great year, guys.